Yo, what's up? How's it going? Oh, the music's going again. How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to another stream. Today I felt like sitting, so that's why the scenery is a little bit different, and it's just the entire scenery but moved down. Or I guess moved up. You can actually see the floor now. Nice hardwood floor behind me. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Sears, Eric James Asterisk, fan of Portal 2, Banco, and Undead. Man. I sneezed 15 times in a row today. It was actually kind of crazy, and I don't think I'm getting sick or anything like that. Well, hopefully I'm not. But this week, for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go dropped an update. You can now reach level 80. So I've been grinding that game. After the stream, I'm actually going to go grind Pokemon Go, unironically. But I also need to keep the stream a little bit on the shorter side because I need to call support as well. I'm still trying to figure out my internet issues, so hopefully I have no issues. For the new people in the chat, if there's any new people, I'm the OnlyPixel19, also known as Duality, and this is my weekly, what is this called? This is my weekly request mashup live stream. I've got a form in the description below. You can request your mashup combinations, and I'll try to do them in a little bit of a speed mashup format. I need a clock. I know I usually give myself 10 minutes. But I might have to do 5 minutes. We're just gonna try to speed run through some of these and see what happens. We've already got our first submission, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. But hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a good day. I didn't go to work today, so I got to enjoy a day off. But I've got work tomorrow, unfortunately. Is what it is. Our first request is from Eric James Asterisk. They want me to mash up Sophie's Face Shopping with Vince Staples' Yeah Right, featuring Kendrick Lamar, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Kuka? I don't know how I would pronounce that accent. Pretty sure the bridge is a different BPM, but it fits perfectly within the 16 bars it appears. Alright, let's get this stream cooking. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, whatever time it is for y'all, and hope y'all have a good weekend lined up for y'all. I've got a busy weekend. I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream. I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned it on Discord, where I'm a little more active, but I'm going to be working on a film set of some sort this weekend. I will not go into details, partially because I don't even know the details. There's a chance I might not even do it, but I've set my weekend time aside because one of my buddies hit me up and they were like, we need help, we need extra hands. And I was like, you know what? Sign me up. So if I do end up being involved in that, maybe I'll make a little post about it whenever it drops. But otherwise, that is what my weekend ahead of me is. It's literally just filming for 2 days nonstop. Well, maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's probably not filming, but maybe like I'll be helping with lights or moving stuff around. Just stagehands probably. I got to lift things above my head. Show how strong I am. Alright, Sophie's Face Shopping is allegedly 114 BPM. And the other one is 118. And supposedly they're both the same key. So if that is the case, thank you, Eric James Asterisk, for a nice mashup to start us off. I'm going to catch up on the chat super quick before I lock in here. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I feel like I've seen you before. ZU? XEYU? ZU? Yiyu. I don't know. Hello there. Damn, I think most is 4 sneezes. I knew it. Hello Duality, Notebook 19. The Vince Staples track is produced by Sophie with a bridge from Flume. I think you can see the connection. I did not know that. I'm actually, as big as Sophie seems to have had like an impact on like the electronic music sphere, I know almost nothing about Sophie, and that is a my bad. I should educate myself because I've heard only good things about Sophie. I cannot name a single Sophie song, but like I should one day sit down and actually listen to it. I know they're like the sort of originator of where a lot of like the hyperpop music kind of comes from my understanding, or at least the inspiration for it. Ooh, just made it. I'm sick again, but I gotta witness this mash. Alrighty. Let me line this up real quick before I start the timer.
Is your house big? Is your car nice? Is your girlfriend? Fuck her all night.
Okay. I can see. So I know a little bit of Flume. I know some of the Flume tracks, and I can see the correlation. Excuse me. Let's see. Hold on.
Boy, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right.
This is not 114 BPM, unless I misread it. 114. I think this is 118. All right.
Boy, yeah, right. Is your house big?
Okay, that's on. And number 2. Oh, I have the songs in the wrong spots. Whoopsie daisy. All right, we'll slow this down then. Okay, loud. Okay, I was gonna say, like, I've heard Sophie is like very, not extreme, but when I heard this,
Boy, yeah, right.
I was like, that does not sound like an artist that I would consider extreme. And then I hear this. That sounds like Sophie, at least the very little bit of Sophie that I've listened to. Submitted. My personal recommendation is the last quarter of Oil of Every Pearl's Uninside's Nonstop Remix album, Peak. Oh, this is a song title. I thought this was like, I thought you were suggesting like mashup directions. Oil of Every Pearl's Uninside's Nonstop Remix album, Peak Ambient Storytelling. I'm going to search this up. Oh, I think I've seen this album cover before. So this is probably, I guess, where it's from. 2019, not that long ago. Can I get a track list? If it's a remix album, do I recognize any of these? Alone, Hormones. Oh, the remixes are down here. No, they're not. Maybe Big Kiss. I don't recognize any of these words. Well, I'll bookmark it. I will mentally bookmark it. It's a mashup idea that I had months ago. Album. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna start the timer. We'll see what we can do.
Real shop front.
Boy, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right.
All right, I think I see the vision. Now the question is, how do I mash this? Because I'm just layering noise at this point. You said there's a bridge section here. What do we got here? Oh. Yeah, so for simplicity, I'm probably just gonna nuke that and call it a day.
Faces the front of shop.
I'm gonna extract stems. See if maybe, I'm gonna pause the timer as well. I'm gonna extract stems. I'm feeling like I just wanna play with the Kendrick Lamar acapella. Is it Kendrick Lamar? No, it was Vince Staples. It's probably Kendrick Lamar saying the vocals, but I want to extract from the Vince Staples track. They're all remixes. The original album is good too. Good to know. I'm going to... Damn, we already got 6 submissions? Holy cow. Let's look at some of these next submissions after this one. Undead wants me to mash up Xylence Only Now and Kindred and Oral Umbra's Vindicta. Beatport says 102. Two other sites say 95. What do we got after this? We have 7? Holy cow. Okay, good thing I decided I was going to spend less time today because we're getting so many requests at the beginning. We got Benko wants me to mash up Psyche Extended by Baby, and He's Crazy by Nettie. Phantom Portal 2 wants me to mash up Ivy Combs Tokyo Marshall remix with Boxing Match White Glove by The Only Volume. Okay, long lost sibling of mine, I suppose. Sears wants me to mash up 85 remix of Potions with by Slander and Set the Sky with The Night Does Not Belong to God by Sleep Token. That's a hard title. ZU wants me to mash Hyper Potions and Topazolites Thermofunk with Mami Dofu's remix of Endless by Psyche. Is that Megarex? Shout out to Megarex. Palladir wants me to mash up. Still extracting stems. Katie. Oh, I saw this in a shorts comment. Welcome to the stream, Palladir. Hope you're doing well. They wanted me to mash up Katie by, I don't know how to pronounce her name, N Hato or just Hato, maybe the N silent, with Into the Light VIP mix by No Taker. All right, starting the timer again. Here we go. I want to nuke that. And just see what happens, I guess. Okay, I'm actually gonna extract this one as well. There's so much. It's so, how do I even describe it? Like experimental and like noisy, that just putting the two songs on top of each other just sounds like a song. The only issue, I guess, is that the vocals, well, they'd be clashing, which is why I removed the Sophie ones, but the Vince Staples vocals are now way too quiet. I gotta boost those up individually. Oh, I keep wanting to stretch my wrists. I'm so stiff today. I gotta stretch. I gotta do more stretching. That's what I gotta do. Maybe I should be standing up. I'm not used to streaming sitting.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Is your house big? Is your car nice? Is your girl fat? Fuck her all night. Is you well paid? Are your shows packed? If your song played, well they know that. How to thug life, how to love life, how to work low. Did you buzz right? Did you trap jump? Did you plug right? Got your hair right? Boy, you're right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, 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 right. Boy, yeah. Pretty woman wanna slip the wrist. Pretty woman.
What song is that from? Ah, it is that one. What if I remove the bass and do this? Would that help? Because it sounds like there's a little bit of clashing here.
Boy, yeah, right, boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Pretty woman wanna slit the wrist. Pretty woman wanna be a rich man's bitch. Pretty woman want a couple kids. Pretty woman want a new ass, new lips. Pretty woman wanna push a Benz. Come
Boy,
yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right.
Pop till it's vacant, pop till it wrist pop.
Ayo Riz reference? Alright, if I do this.
Man, I understand my name is only for conversation. No allegation. Popular demand, I understand my name is only for conversation. New York nigga be like dead ass. LA nigga be like on the K-Dot Twilight, fright with rice and plumbing. K-Dot Twilight, the zeitgeist roll like. Pop till it's vacant, pop till it wrist pop, pop till it's shaking, pop like 4 on the floor.
Okay, I need to extract this as well. I'm going to pause the timer again, let that extract. basically just gonna be a one drop wonder of sorts. Maybe I'll see if I can shorten down the Sophie track so it actually like lines up correctly. I'm gonna catch them on the chat super quick. Where did I drop off here? What I was thinking is Face Shopping instrumental with Yeah Right acapella. Kendrick verse starts on the 3. Yeah, Da Baby. My submission is 1 original song and 1 remix. Mami Dofu, Sleep Token, and AU5 sounds crazy. I'm doing great. Lol, I think Sophie's vocals on Face Shopping are an instrument. I remember when I would write the list in order of every Monster Cat yearly mashup you would do. LOL. I felt like, because when I saw your comment on the short, I'm like, that feels like a familiar comment, but I don't remember from where. And that is a crazy throwback to see. I can't imagine how much work it would have been to type all of that out. I basically just gave up. I was just like, listen, it's every song released this year. You guys can probably figure it out.
Pop till it's vacant, pop till it wrist pop, pop till it's shaking, pop like.
Okay, let's see. Assuming the song drops there, can we just like just delete all that? Press play, drag and drop all of this here.
Pop like 4 on the floor, been a rotation, no allegation. Popular demand, I understand my name, it's only for conversation. New York nigga be like dead ass, LA nigga be like on the dead homies. I was off the push like FedEx, 211 got bread on me. K-Dot twilight, the zeitgeist, throw like fried rice and promise jump. Temporary pimp, nah, I don't remember them. Canary yellow jump, jump a nigga fucking jump. Swing like new than the day, now ride dirty. Paid like 2 Emma Wayne's, retire early. Fade like shadow, a stallion, the cattle, a bitch's decision for you was narrow. Collision, the money, your fame, the pharaoh, the physic, the chemist, the lane. Collateral for Kendrick, we'll never exchange. Compatible for riches, for more to gain. I said, nigga, yeah, right, I don't fair fight, but I bear fight. Looking for my next road kill for the headlight. Hanging on my last road kill for the highlight. Highlight, high five, bye-bye.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right.
Cool. I like that. And there we go. I think that was a good warm-up mash. I liked it. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too complex composition-wise, but I feel like this is a good one. Maybe I should just shorten the intro really quick. I'm just gonna hit him with one of these. There we go. Intro done. All right. I'm gonna catch up on the chat super quick before I move on here. Also, we need a mashup title for Face Shopping and Yeah Right. Maybe Yeah Shopping or Face Right, Right Face, Right Shopping. Yeah Face, Face Yeah. I don't know. Y'all can figure something out here. Where was I? Movie Yeah Right forward 4 bars plus and thanks. I missed that, unfortunately. Whoopsie daisy. For the ones that don't know, Sleep Token is an anonymous progressive metal band that every song made by them has lore, mostly between Vessel, the vocalist, and Sleep, the god who Vessel worships. Goes hard. This one is amazing. Also, the SoundCloud version cuts out the intro of the KD Chill Mix. Don't think it matters anyways. If only they had read the chat a little further. A reoccurring problem. Yeah, shop. I'm very good at not reading.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right.
All right, we're going to play this out. I'm probably going to tweak the reverb a little bit, but the next mashup will be from Undead. So y'all think of a mashup title for this, and I'm going to get the next one going.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Is your house big? Is your car nice? Is your girl fat? Fuck her all night. Is you well paid? Are your shows packed? If your song played, well they know that. How to thug life, how to love life, how to work low. Is your buzz right? Is your trap jump? Is your plug right? Got your hair right? Boy, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, 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 yeah, right. Boy, yeah. Pretty one woman wanna slit the wrist. Pretty woman wanna be a rich man's bitch. Pretty woman want a couple kids. Pretty woman want a new ass, new lips. Pretty woman wanna push your bins. Come correct and she won't let you in. Thumbing through the check, she gets it in. Diamonds on your neck is then pretend. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy,
Pop till it's vacant, pop till it wrist pop, pop till it's shaking. Pop like four on the floor, been a rotation, no allocation. Popular demand, I understand my name, it's only for conversation. New York nigga be like dead ass, LA nigga be like on the dead homies. I was off the push like FedEx, 211 got bread on me. K-Dot twat like the side base, pro like fried rice and thick promise jump. Temporary pimp, nah, don't remember them. Skinnery yellow jump, jumping at the fucking jump. Swing like new then the day, no ride dirty. Paid like two different Wayne's, retire early. Fade like shadow, a stallion and cattle. A bitch's decision for you is narrow. Collision, the money, your fame, the pharaoh, the physic, the chemist, the lane. Collateral for Kendrick, whenever exchange. Compatible for riches, with more to gain. I said, nigga, yeah, right, I don't fair fight, but I bear fight. Looking for my next road kill for the headlight. Hanging on my last phone kills for the highlight. My life, high life, high fly, bye bye.
boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy, yeah.
Neat. All right, I see what you mean now by moving it forward. Well, I guess it would have been either this should have started here, or I should have duplicated the intro. But as someone who hasn't listened to either song, it sounded fine. Although I can imagine if people have listened to either song, it's much harder to forget how a song used to sound like. But I think it sounded pretty alright as it was. I kept on having to tweak the reverb on the vocal, so that'd probably be something I would have to manually adjust if I wanted to finish this. But this is good. I like this one. This one was a good one. Thank you, Eric James Asterisk. What am I titling this? A, B, C, D, E. Stream mashups. Today is 2025-10-16. Excuse me. What are we calling this? I'm just going to call this Yeah Shopping. I'm just going to call it Yeah Shopping. We don't do no shopping around these parts. We do yeah shopping. Let me catch up on the chat. A reoccurring problem. Yeah, shop. Yippee, I got in quick. Colorado. Hi, it's the Addit X Life and Death guy. Hello, Ethan Harvey. Desperate Colors. Been enjoying the content, so I decided to request another Nerdcore X Monster Cat mash. You might find it interesting. Sounds good. Would have worked better if you moved the yeah right. I did read that. Good mashup went hard. LMAO. Alrighty, let's delete this. Next mashup we've got is Only Now, the super fast Xylent song. There is no past. Never mind. I was thinking of Interlude. That's the really fast Xylent song. And we've got Vindakta by Kindred and Oral Umbra. All right. So first off, let's double check the tempos here. So you said this is 175. There is no past. There is no future. What are we titling this? It's Only Now and Vindicata. What does that even mean? What is Vindicata? Looks like 175, and the other song is... I see the vision. I see the vision. Okay. Is it 190? It is 190. Yep. All right. It is. I'm still waiting for the Xylent comeback. There is no future, only Vindicta. Oh, hell yeah, We Are Dust moment. I found this album like 3 days ago. Which, oh, the Kindred one or the Xylent one? Because if you're talking about, you found the Xylent one 3 days ago, then that's funny. But if you're talking about the Kindred one, yeah, Kindred's dropped this album, I believe, this year. Ezwin put me on the album, if y'all know Ezwin, collaborator of Chronophil, and gamer buddy that I play with. I still haven't listened to it, though. Don't tell Ezwin I haven't listened to the Vindicta. I haven't listened to the Kindred album yet, but I do want to. I've heard only good things about this album. How much I gotta go? I'm very bad at lining up songs. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna start the timer, and we'll see what happens. I just realized I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake, actually. Hold on. I didn't even sync the songs. Holy moly. I've not woken up. It is 6 p.m. and I've not woken up yet. You know what? We're going to speed up only now. I want Nightcore only now. 175. And the other song is here. All right, I choked that. Let's see, I've got 2 minutes left. Man, speedrunning's hard. What do you got to do? I gotta do this fast? You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna layer the bass and call it a day, maybe for now. What if I do this? I want to try at least finishing this drop. I need half steps. There we go. Why does it sound so hollow? It's just the bass is quieter there. What if I do it the other way around? Oh, let's do this. There we go. Okay, I like that. That sounds better to me. I'm getting too particular, I'm getting too specific, and I hate when I accidentally zoom in. Zoom out. Whoopsie daisy, turn off, turn back on. Whoops, delete, undelete. Okay, that is not supposed to increase like that. This should do that. And I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna give it, I'm just gonna leave that. I'm not gonna give it like a very particularly perfect or nice outro. But I think as an intro and a first drop, this sounds pretty cool. So we need a title for Only Now and Vindicta, which I guess would just be Only Vindicta, Vindicta Now, if I knew what that meant. Anyways, y'all can help me out with that. Here we go.
There is no past, there is no future. Only now, only now. There is no past, there is no future. Only now, only now.
This part over here sounds really cool. It's like a midsection. How does the last drop of Vindicta even go? Goes into halftime? That's crazy. I quickly searched up Vindicta is Vindicta a word? In Latin, Vindicta means revenge or vindication, which I guess is why I think I saw in the chat. I saw two comments. Sondix says, vindicate me now. Oh, Benko, I saw only vindication. So basically, it's a fancy way of saying vindication, or to vindicate somebody, which I will take. I will take that. So we'll file export zipped, and we'll call this vindication now. I'll do that. Cool. I like that. This one is cool. Definitely has a lot of like room to be more fleshed out. The only difficulty that I could see is that Vindicta is like such an ethereal, spacious, like wide track, and then Only Now is like maximum loudness. So they don't work together in that regard, but the fact that they're like similar genre, same key, there's probably some producer magic that could be done to really flesh that out. That and then probably like replacing all of the drums of one of the two songs. That'd probably help. Let's see. Let me quickly read this different key. Good to know. Let me catch up on the chat superly duperly quickly. Second drop goes pretty hard. It is. I'm still waiting for the silent comeback. I read all this. Excuse me. The Kindred one. I really like the Kindred album. Cook is already on fire now. You should totes make this a long stream instead of a short one. I want to make this a short stream, not because like I don't feel like mashing, but because I have things to do, unfortunately. But otherwise, I would like to do this longer and maybe in the near future make it 2 days a week instead of 1 day a week. But that's why I'm trying to speed up the timer at least a little bit. I feel like if I have a shorter timer, I'll lock in a bit harder. Let me see. Timer went by 2 by. Keep cooking. Yep. Only Vindicta. Vindicate me now. Only Vindiction sounds great. ONFG. Please finish this one later. This one genuinely sounded really good. I did like that one, and I'm more inspired and motivated to listen to the actual Kindred album. So y'all should listen. Let me plug the Kindred album. Hold on. What's it called? If I just search Kindred album on YouTube, do you think it'd pop up? Kindred album. It doesn't. Does not pop up. Oh, I found it. Inertia of Solitude. That is the name of the Kindred album, if anybody wants to check it out. Inertia of Solitude. 14 tracks. Does this give me runtime? If I click on this, does it give me runtime? 14 songs. And some of them are like 7 minutes long. So like this is a solid body of work over there. All right, next song we've got, next request we've got is from Benko. Wants me to mash up Bobby's Psyche Extended and Nettie's He's Crazy. Both 140, but they are different keys. Let's see. A sharp minor. I'm trying to mathematically figure this out. Which one's the A sharp minor one? So if I pitch up He's Crazy, will that work? 1, 2. Also, I should have adjusted the tempo. Okay, I think I see the vision. I should probably double check on my end if that is the correct key. Otherwise, the only solution here is just to nuke the low end of He's Crazy. That is the only idea I have at the moment. So let me pull out my trusty measurement stick of an acapella. Official stems, Superstar. When in doubt, Superstar. I just replaced the wrong file. Oh, skill issue. Can I undo? Can I undo? Yes, I can. There we go. Saved. Stretch, resample, auto 150.
You're the superstar above me when the sun goes down. The one and only who can light this town. And when you're feeling like you're burning,
E, D sharp, D, C sharp, C, B minor. This one is... All right, crazy idea. I'm pitching this up one key. That'll make it C. This should make it both harmonic. I'm seeing people chatting in the chat, so I will not make the mistake and I will read the chat before I lock in. So many albums I gotta listen to. That's the name. It's hour 5. I have to go. For my track name, it's Katie Into the Light. Katie means maple tree. Interesting. Did they get through the filter and remove Psyche drums? Yeah, so I'm thinking I want to make this house. That is kind of the only idea I have, but it would probably be at the cost of essentially nuking any other, making it a recognizable track. I'm going to press play. I'm just going to see what I can do here. Nah. All right, here's what we're gonna do. C sharp, D sharp, and then if we do D sharp, that is E, D sharp. Let's extract. No house. We're not doing house. House is not working. No movies. I guess I've never shown you all this. All right, I'm gonna fill for time. I have this red panda blanket. It's kind of sick. It's way too small for me, but it's pretty nice. And it's been hiding away in storage for a while. I decided I should put it on my chair. It's a nice little backdrop. I guess that makes it the red panda's upside down. Here, I'll go full cam. Look at that. Kind of sick, kind of hard. But now they're upside down. Can I do, maybe I should do this. Hold on, am I cooking? There we go. Now it's right side up. Heck yeah. Whoop, wrong button. There we go. You should put it on. You know what, hold on. We're gonna go into standing mode. I can't do mashup stream sitting. The human body was not made for sitting mashup streams. All right, put it on. Like, this is literally too small. Let's see. How do I put this on? Have I ever put this on? I don't think I have. How do I put this on? Oh, I think I see. So, is this like a hoodie? So do I gotta do this maybe? Heck yeah. There we go. How does that look? Full cam. I got ears. This camera is way overexposed. I'm not even that hot. I'm gonna overheat because of this. Because I'm cooking in the kitchen here. Can I? There we go. You can kind of see it. All right, scene. Let's lock back in. Let's make this an actual. Oh, I need a. Holy moly. Okay, I'm gonna make a mental note for myself. 93. I'm gonna go back here. I unfortunately don't like those vocals. I will just copy paste them instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. I'm going to cut this shorter instead and just do that. Extension. That's a crazy MC. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna copy paste because copy pasting is easy and copy pasting makes me feel happy about myself. We're gonna do this, doot, and then we're going to literally just hit him with one of these, hit him with one of those, nuke this, shorten this. Maybe hit him with one of. What if we just do this? Wait, does it go into house? No, it does not. We're going to delete this. We're going to delete the acapella. We're going to delete this. And that should be, how does the second half go? Okay, last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, and then keep this maybe? Nope, I'm just deleting all that. What happens there? Edit, redo. My cursor. Oh, it just goes into some weird ambient stuff. All right, I'm just gonna delete all that. No outro. We don't deserve an outro. That is the outro. There we go. That's the outro. So we need a mashup title for He's Crazy and Psyche, which I guess would just be He's Psyche, almost like He's Psycho. Let me catch up on the chat superly duperly quickly. Yippee, semicolon 0. You should put on Red Panda Uncaged Fire. New Pope confirmed. Day of time reveal, window reveal. That window's been there for a while. I'm Eastern Standard Time. You can't spell best without EST, baby. Whew. Eastern Standard Time. Supreme. What else we got here? Technologic. I love it. Still says Vindicta. Alexa, lay down. Listen, you know what? I've lost text privileges, all right? No more text. I'm not good at that. I hate technology. I'm not good at technology. I've got a question. Will you be due? Oh, it follows up later. Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? If someone buys me one, I guess. Doing any more K-pop Demon Hunter mashups? I've noticed that Slippy Divided VIP works well with your idol. I was going to, but then I got busy, and then I kind of lost motivation with K-pop Demon Hunters. I still really want to mash Golden, but I haven't had any idea what to mash with. There's probably like a triplet house like Silk track that could be mashed pretty well with it. I don't like those vocals either. Still heard, by the way. Here, He's Psycho sounds better. EST on top. True. All right, I'm gonna press play. Here we go. To be honest, if I had the chance to listen to the song in its entirety before I locked in on an idea, I probably would have done that drop and then I deleted it, but the just turning this into house. Like, what if I hit him with one of these instead? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. And then, oh, too much deleting. Hit him with one of these and you got house. Oh, I am not good at counting. Trim that, and there you go. Now you've got house. I mean, with the drums of the other track and the vocals, maybe. All right, file, export, zip-loop package. We are naming this, what was it? He's Psycho? Was that the idea? He's Psycho. Enter. All right, next mashup we have is from Fan of Portal 2. Oh man, I've got a lot of mashups to get through. 11 requests. Stream's popping today. All right, we're gonna delete all this. Fan of Portal 2, I think, is in the chat. So they requested Tokyo by Ivy Comb, Marshall remix, and We Funkin' versus Matt boxing match White Gloves mix. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is normalize. That did nothing. Shouts out. Oh, it did do something, just very little. Put them into their own channels. So what is this? If I don't get the Wii Sports team, I will be disappointed. That's not very Wii Sports theme of y'all. Okay, so we've got every genre known to man in this. So it's basically house and then like psytrance-ish. And then here we got All right, so for a 5-minute idea, the only thing that's coming to mind at the moment is basically taking the last drop of this and mashing with the side trance. I'm gonna catch them on the chat. I think there was a couple messages. I think hamburgers and cheeseburgers work well with fries. I think that's a very fair take. I'd have nothing to really rebut that take at the moment, aside from the fact that chicken burgers are probably a good contender to consider as well. Yeah, get some French fries and some ice cream. True. All right, I'm just going to, what do we got here? D sharp minor, A minor. Man, those keys are so far away. A minor, D minor. Which one's the A minor one? Is that the? That is the fake Wii song. It's Fruity Limiter. Let's get this song loud. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Okay, extend this, extend that. I need the intro. Okay, make unique. I think this one was 150. There we go. I lost my cursor. I found my cursor. Drag this here. Okay, so this song basically has no intro because I deleted it all because it was too fast. Maybe. Let's see if I can salvage an intro from here, and then I'm just gonna, what is happening to my project? Delete, delete, delete. Let's try that again. There we go. Did I make this into its own channel? I don't think so. Make unique. This is 100 and there's 200 BPM. My apologies. I was unfamiliar with your game. Let's go back to was it 126? I think. Okay, something went wrong. Let's fix that. I see what went wrong. Holy moly. It's 130. Okay, we're gonna try throwing in some sidechain here before the timer finishes for the balance. Cool. Create automation, lower. There we go. I'm pretty content with that. Intro, I mean, probably the song just has to start from here, right? Maybe I can shorten this super quick. If I cut from here and then I just jump to like here. What if I just do this? This sounds so bad stretched out. I'm just gonna mute that. All right, this is done. We need a mashup title for Tokyo and boxing match. So Tokyo boxing, Tokyo match, match Tokyo, boxing Tokyo. I don't know, some combination of that. Next mashup after this one is from Sears. If they're still in the chat, let me know. I'm gonna play this out in the meantime. 3, 2, 1. Neato. I think the best part of this mashup was actually like the trap halftime section, this part right here. Because the melody here actually completely lines up with the direction of the 808s and the kicks. That's my favorite part, that part right there. We need Marshall trap music. I feel like Marshall has probably done that, but I wouldn't know definitively if that is the case. All right, I need a title for this. What did we come up with? Let's see. Benko, secretly he was already wearing a wig and never actually cut his long hair off. That'd be a funny conspiracy. I don't like those vocals either. Still here. Oh, I missed that then. Fries are nice. Trust me, both first drops. Gotta shout if you wanted to hear you. He's locked in. Tokyo boxing match. I guess that could work. Yeah, Tokyo match or something. First drop is better. I mean, it depends what tempo you're going for. Both of them are pretty similar, so I just thought like may as well meet in the middle type deal. All right, I'm gonna do Tokyo boxing match. I'm gonna do that one. There we go. Last call for Sears, if they're in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on to the next request. But for those of you curious, Sears requested the AU5 remix of Potions by Slander and Said the Sky, and The Night Does Not Belong to God by Sleep Token. I'm gonna start a little timer as well. Clock. I already have a timer. There we go. When this timer hits 4 minutes, I will move on to the next one. But I already downloaded one song. I still gotta download the other one. Sears in the chat? I don't see Sears in the chat. But let me listen to. So let's check out the Sleep Token song because I'm not familiar with it. Let's see. I have a name for my request before I go to sleep. Sears is in the chat. So this is the song. Let's see. All right, I got the file. Let's pause the timer because Sears is here. Sears is here. So here's AU5 remix for those of y'all who don't remember what that sounds like. And let's see this. To be honest, when I saw AU5 remix, my assumption was that both songs were going to be dubstep. But hearing the Sleep Token track, my first thought is I would have been more interested to try mashing this with like either the acoustic or maybe one of the other remixes, which I mean, it's been so long since I listened to the remixes. There's got to be one that's like rock oriented, isn't there? I mean, aside from, I'm not including Boss Fight, but like, I'm imagining like the acoustic of, like the acoustic vocals with the instrumentation from Sleep Token. Could have been cool. I don't know what to expect for this. Also, the keys are a little wacky here. So what do we got here? 153. So they're both 153 BPM. So I guess I'll get to that right now. And I think I saw Sears, not Sears. Eric James Asher says, I think this is in 3/4. And if that is true, that does hurt my head just a little bit. More at 7. No, it sounds 4/4. Another question I've noticed that Riot's new song, Mentalios, sounds like a VIP of Overkill, which I'm surprised no one has matched them up yet. Mentalios? What is that? Are you talking about the Good Vibrations album? SoundCloud. Let's see. Riot. Mentalios. Hello? Riot? Did I spell that right? Mentalios. Alright, let's do Riot Good Vibrations. That's 2 years ago. Let's click on here. Oh, Metalicious from the new album. Metalicious. To be fair, alright, my only thought when I listened to this album was, this is just the original Monster Cat album, but like, as a VIP. With like only 1 or 2 songs that are like marginally different. Who DM'd me? Is this an important DM? It is not an important DM, unfortunately for that person. All right, let's figure out the keys really quickly and then I will get moving on this. You're going to sleep. I'll check the VOD when I wake up. Have a nice day. All right, see you around Sears. Never met someone like you. D sharp and G sharp, D sharp, G sharp, D, D and G, D, D and G. That is so many keys apart from each other. It's 6 keys apart from each other. So one has to go up and one has to go down. I'm thinking this one goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's awful. Really? Hold on. Hold on. Yellow card. Referees are reviewing the footage. Give me 1 second. I'm scheming. Am I dumb? Oh, I might be dumb. I might be dumb. I am dumb. I am dumb. Hold on. I am dumb. I made a mistake. I'm not reading the chat. I know what my mistake is. Okay, I might still be dumb. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Nope, I'm still dumb. D sharp. I'm still dumb. I'm still dumb. I might still be dumb. I might still be dumb. Okay, so let's go back here. Superstar? Okay, I'm pulling out the superstar. I'm pulling out the superstar. I don't trust my own ears, unfortunately. I am not the pitch perfect producer that some people think I am. Awful. So if this song is actually if this song is G sharp major, then this should equate to F minor. What?
When the sun goes down, the one and only who could light this town. You're the superstar above me when the sun's burning. The superstar and you don't need a golden crown. 'Cause everybody needs a hero now. And when the weight is like 1,000,000 pounds, I'll stand behind you. This way.
All right, we figured it out. Took way too much brain processing power on my part. When I extract the stems, hopefully it does not take too long. While we're waiting for this to extract, I'm going to do 2 things. Number 1 is I'm going to close the requests. So no more new requests, but I am going to honor all the other ones. So after this one, we've got ZU. I think I mentioned this one earlier. This one was the Hyper Potions to Pazolite versus Psyche one. After that, we've got Palladir, who I think might have left. Unfortunately, I don't do mashups if people aren't here, which I guess technically I shouldn't be doing Sears mashup because they left, but for that reason, I'm gonna do like 70% effort. I'm gonna do 70% effort just because I can get through them. After that, we've got ETH, who wants me to mash up Aerochord's Resistance and CG5's and CG5X's Chin Let Me In. Was that? Hold on. Was that Ethan Harvey? Yo, would you be all right if I rejected this mashup? Because personally, I don't want to mash up songs by Aerochord, but I'll let you submit another mashup in its place. That's my offer. I don't want to mash up anything from Aerochord. Let me know if that works for you, Ethan Harvey. But after that one, we've got Blinky Semicolon 3 wants me to mash up Make It Bundem by Skrillex and Pendulum, or Watercolor by Pendulum. After that, we've got Michael Elder wants me to mash up I'm Here by Puppet and Beautiful Mystery by Owl City. We've got more Owl City. And then the last mashup of the day is going to be by Sondix, wants you to mash up Hipster Cutthroat by Dottie.exe and Evil Game Boy by Virtual Riot. Understood? Well, I know Aerochord, did I miss something? The TLDR is, I want to say, has it been 4 years ago? There were allegations that were from Chill against Aerochord regarding assault that was corroborated by other established artists and the Monstercat label. For that reason, for longtime followers may remember, I took down every single Aerochord mashup because I was just like, I don't want to be supporting a person like that on my channel. Not that I have a big channel, but I figure it was morally the best thing to do. And that is why Monstercat does not represent Aerochord, and no like label or artist with a following nowadays collaborates or acknowledges Aerochord anymore. That was why. 5 years ago? Damn. Life comes at you fast. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's why I do occasionally get messages from people saying like, I can't find this mashup, and it was like an Aerochord mashup, and I'm like, you can't find it because I deleted it, unfortunately. So if we want to talk about the OnlyPixel 19 lost media, it's technically not lost media. I still have all of my YouTube videos, but for the most part, and there's a couple of Aerochord mashups that don't exist on my channel anymore for that reason. And it is what it is, unfortunately. Can you open up the request form so I can request another mashup? Yes, I can. I will do that right now. Let's see. I will. So let's see. I just gotta remember after Palladeer. I'm gonna make a mental note. I gotta make a notepad real quick. So after Palladeer is Ethan Harvey. In brackets, replacing Aerochord mashup. There we go. And then I need to delete this, and I'm going to reopen request. All right, you can submit. You can submit another mashup, Ethan. Mr. Harvey. Let me catch up on the chat. He is not the soup right now. Hi, dumb. I'm dad. Love the quarter note offset. Clap. G hyper clap. Understood. 5 years ago, geez. Can you open it? I already did. Ooh, dang. My life comes hard and fast. Fair. Probably not Noi appropriate for the convo. Yeah, just try to keep it very surface level. It is what it is. Didn't know the extent of the allegation. Sorry. No need to apologize. It was pretty big, like a couple of years ago, and ever since then things have died down. He was briefly arrested, so he was like unable to visit the UK because if he did, he would be immediately arrested. But then he did eventually go to the UK, was arrested, but then the UK police was like, we've got nothing. And statute of limitations. So nothing came of it. I know there's some people that will base their decisions based off of whatever the legal courts found, which is to be accurate to the facts. I guess, what would the word be? Not indiscriminate, indeterminate, I guess, but I trust the people I trust the people and the stories that have come out and the sources that corroborated it. And so for that reason, I've decided to stick to my personal decision regarding Aerochord and not showcasing their music. And at least in the last couple of years, their music hasn't been good anyways. So I don't lose any sleep at night. The law has nothing to do with morality, for sure. I just want to make sure I want to cover myself. I don't want to have any like legal people being like, I'm discriminating or not discriminating. I'm what's the word? Slandering. I don't need any slander allegations or lawsuits on me. For legal reasons, everything is alleged, but that is the best TLDR I can give the entire situation. I've already had artists strike my YouTube channel for quote unquote slander. So I don't want to have any issues. Well, I'm gonna put artists in quotation because I don't consider them artists, but that's a whole other story for another time. All right, so we've got the 2 songs. I'm thinking removing this, putting this into Stretch Pro. I'm gonna start the timer. I'm not gonna put that too much, not to effort, but I'm not gonna lose. I'm just gonna layer them. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. All right, we're gonna do 11. No more slander mashups? Now we can still do slander mashups. We just can't do slanderous mashups. And let's see. I'm gonna shorten this maybe. I need to cut that and then go actually just cut this. I don't like this. So for that reason, I'm going to cut. Oh, too much cut. I did not mean to cut that much. Here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to just straight up shrink this. We're just going to go for the ambient portions, I guess, of the 85 remix. Okay, we did that. Let's. Oh, I have stretch mode. Nope. No stretch. Extend mode. Heck yeah. I'm going to shrink this. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this as, oh, too much. Cut this. Okay, I want to shrink this. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this combo, unfortunately. Sorry, Sears, who will be watching this later. But we need a mashup combination of potions, and the knight does not belong to God. So maybe like the potions don't belong to God. The knight does not belong to potions. Anyways, we're gonna just play this out. Next mashup is from, I think the next one's Palladir. No, next one's ZU. Mega Rex time. If ZU's in the chat, let me know. Pop out. And we're gonna play this out. I'm just gonna cut that one short. I see Eric James Astros was correct. The song goes into 3/4. It's just not 3/4 off the bat, which is probably where that part just kind of falls off the rails, as if the mashup doesn't fall off the rails in the first 30 seconds. But I'll take it. An attempt was made, and sometimes that's all you can ask for is an attempt to be made. I think Benko mentioned that Sears had mentioned their preferred mashup, mashup title, sorry, which I managed to guess it, I guess. Or was it? I saw it earlier. The knight belongs to the potions. Yeah, so. Oh, that's not what I get. Actually, I said, what did I say? The knight does not belong to potions. That's what I said. But I like Sears' title better. The knight belongs to the potions. Enter. All right, next mashup is looking interesting. So this is from ZU. It's ZU in the chat because I did not see ZU. We're gonna let that save. ZU's mashup request was looking interesting because it's the same key allegedly and the same tempo. And I like when my mashup suggestions are easy because then I get to be lazy while pretending like I know what I'm doing. Press OK. I'm gonna listen to these songs. I'm gonna start a timer though. Where's ZU? We're gonna start a little timer. If this timer hits the 4-minute mark and we don't got a ZU, then we gotta move on here, unfortunately.
土地もないこの場所
Inject that tech core into my veins. And then we got Thermofunk.
roller coaster.
I'm going to catch them on the chat super quick. They had a title earlier. EB Potions. This has been a mashup I thought of for a little while. I have seen it be done with Alan Walker and Deadmau5 5 and thought of a similar idea. This is the part where everyone puts their lights up and waves them side to side. I have returned. Welcome back, Paladir. So calm. I've used a song by this artist on one of my first newer streams. You did. Wowie Zowie. Less than 3. Beautiful. I miss when I used to call Deadmau5 Deadmau5 5. I like... Well, isn't his Twitter username like Deadmau5? I like that one. That's funny. Everyone tries to copy Fona nowadays. I don't think they're here anymore. Yeah, was I skipped? You were not skipped. You would have been skipped if I got to you. Actually, if I'm skipping ZU, then Paladir is next. And Paladir is here. So you're not getting skipped. We're skipping somebody else, I guess. Hello, Paladir. I'm going to finish catching up on the chat. It's insane how Mami Dofu sounds like it's so recognizable. Wow, this is actually really impressive, actually. Actually. All right. We're moving on. I'm sorry, ZU, if you watch this. Just would rather do mashups for people that are present. I'm sure you had to be somewhere important, which I understand, respect. But you can re-request the mashup the next stream. Apologies, I forgot to change the song name from Beautiful Mystery to If My Heart Was a House. I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing that has to do with your request, which I will get to eventually. Wait, I have a notepad to myself. And then Ethan Harvey is after Paladir, because I needed to swap out their request. All right, I have not heard this song, so I'm going to listen to this while I'm downloading the other song. Okay. Yeah. Follow me into the light. So you're telling me this is the same key and the same tempo? Oh, you gave me a gift today. All right. I'm going to trust you. I'm not even going to check. I'm just going to start the timer. I'm going to trust you. 100 BPM. Oh, shoot. I made a mistake. Hold on. Saved. Saved. Okay, I think I understand the structure of the two songs. Shut up, Creative Cloud. Nobody asked. Let's see. If I do something like this, but then I want to shrink this because I liked the intro, mayhaps. Do 1, 2, 3. I cut this. Yo, maybe, wait, hold on. Maybe the second drop would be better? Hold on. Hold on. Are we holding on right now? Hold on. Okay. I don't have anything left to do. That was good. That was good. If I was to go super more into detail, I gotta take this off. 1 second. Ugh. Ugh. I gotta take this off. All right. What was I saying? If I was to go like do a high effort version of this mashup, I think I would probably either use gross beat or I would get really meticulous with the cuts and like try to mimic some of the like glitches like here. What if I hit him with one of these? Doot, 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 like that? Maybe something like this. Something like that. I'd probably do that if I was to spend more time on this. But this is a really solid idea. It was a good recommendation on the YouTube short. What are we naming this? What is kaide? Does that mean anything? K-A-E-D-E means can refer to the Japanese name meaning maple tree. Oh, you said that. I think you said that earlier. It means maple, right? So into the maple tree. What was the name? What was the name? Let me catch up on the chat, actually. That would probably be the best idea. I'm just lurking, working on some other stuff, but I enjoyed the sleep token mash. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you're being productive. Yep, I found out the original Kaide 2 days ago. Then I learned there's a chill out mix. I listened to the mix and I thought, wait a minute, this sounds familiar. Fire. Yes, I love the new one from Hyper Potions. Reminds me of the new Sonic racing game. This is heavenly music to my ears. Honest question, did you spend more time on video editing of the Monstercat mashups or making mashups themselves? It depends what mashup you are talking about. If we're talking about, like, let me pull up my YouTube channel. Probably be a little bit easier to break it down for you super quick. Click on this, my YouTube channel videos. Whoop. If we're talking about just like the normal like 2-song mashups, the videos usually take longer than the actual mashups. I want to say I average about 1 to 2 hours between like from like idea to execution to like mastering. But then the video is like I have to get the visuals. I sometimes animate it. Lately I've been a little bit lazier on the animations for the videos. Then I have to render it, and that can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. And then I got to upload it, and then I got to make like the metadata and all that. So like the actual music doesn't take long. But if we're talking about the greatest hits, not a good example. Where is it? Monster Cat 2017, the Tokyo Machine discography mashup from 5 years ago, Dogma, like the big mashups, the 2020 mashup, the 2018 mashup, the 2019 mashup. These mashups take weeks, and then the video takes like 4 days, which is still a lot of time, but like obviously the difficulty scales up a lot more with more music than compared to the videos. I hope that answers the question. Maple Tree, Katie, Into the Light, Into the Maples, Into the Canadians, Katie in the Light, I don't know. I meant the full 2017-18 matches because there's so much text constantly on the screen showing the songs that currently play, which gives me anxiety thinking about editing that, haha. I've edited them a couple different ways. I've done them on like Premiere and I've done them on After Effects. Both of them have their pros and cons. What is on my face? Has this been on my face this whole time? Just a piece of Velcro? Whoopsie daisy. Shout out Mega Mashes and Meme Mashes. True. I gotta. Sometimes I just gotta. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just gotta. I gotta trend hop more often. I gotta get on the memes a little more timely than I have been. I'm ready for the next meme, whatever it is. I'm gonna do Into the Maple Trees. Into the Maple Trees. That's what I'm gonna name this. Hope that's fine. But yeah, are they stressful? I don't know. Actually, you know what? No, they are. They are stressful. Like they were stressful not because like, well, obviously it's a big project, but I think the main stress factor is like they were at the end of the year, so like Christmas was also during that time. I was trying to get it all done before the end of the year. There were so many songs, so many things popping up on screen, so it was like the pretty hard time to get those out, but. It's like a rush of like what's the word? Adrenaline, you know? It's a fun stress, occasionally. But then I realized I was losing all of my winter holidays to making those mashup videos, and I was like, I would like a winter holiday. Pretty please and thank you. All right, next up we have is Ethan Harvey wants me to mash up Trevecta's Into the Limelight and Silvahound's Redemption arc. All right, sounds interesting. Ethan Harvey, are you still there? I think they're still there. Let's see. It's fine. I don't care about the name. I'm eating a burger right now. Shouts out burger. What kind of burger? And is it with fries? The final boss, if you will. Yeah, basically. It basically was the final boss. Not only that, but every year Monster Cat was releasing more music. And then I'm thankful that I decided to stop with the mega mashups right before Silk joined Monster Cat, because I have no idea how we would have done that. No clue. Into the Limelight. I feel like the only way we would have been able to. I feel like the only way we would have been able to execute that is if we did a dedicated mashup for each sub-label, like Silk Mega Mashup, Uncaged Mega Mashup, and then Instinct Mega Mashup. But like, Instinct would not have been fun to make. Uncaged would have been fun, and Silk, I don't know if it would have been fun, but it would have been easier. So probably we'd do Instinct and Uncaged together, but then at that point it's like, why not do Silk? I don't know. Also, there were just so many moving parts, all the people involved, and then we all got busy because we got lives and we got bills to pay, mouths to feed, aka my own. I don't have children, maybe one day, but if I do have children, that's gonna hurt my pocket. That's gonna hurt my pocket. I gotta save money for myself before I think about other people. There we go. All right. Ethan Harvey, are you there? Ethan Harvey. I'm doing the countdown. I think you're there, but I gotta double check. I gotta make sure you're there. But the two songs they requested is Into the Limelight, classic. Holy throwback. And then we got Redemption Arc by Silvahound. There's our house drop. Ethan Harvey, not there? Question mark. I'm gonna sip water. I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna sip some water. And if I turn around and I see Ethan Harvey, I'm gonna do the mashup. Excuse me. I'm now turning around. I see no Ethan Harvey. All right. Unfortunately, gonna have to skip this one. But it did seem like an interesting combo. They are 1, 2, 3, 4 keys apart. So would have been a little bit weird, but not an impossible combo. All right. Let's see. So after Ethan Harvey would have been Blinky. Blinky semicolon 3. I see you said Final Boss, Nitrophone, microwaved twice, leftover Borgir. All right, so Blinky semicolon 3 wants me to mash up Bundum by Skrillex and Watercolor by Pendulum. Is it Pendulum or Pendulum? I think I used to say Pendulum, but then I started saying Pendulum because I heard a lot of people say Pendulum. And I don't know if that's like an accent thing or if like that's actually how you say it. Or maybe that's how they say it. Who knows? What do we got here? Excuse me. And then Kid got more slots, so there would have been Undue Weight. Shout out Bills. One of my least favorite Trifecta songs, TBH. The Veil is my favorite. The Veil is hella unique. My favorite Trifecta song is probably Believe. That's a classic for me in my books. Excuse me. Holy moly. Save. Drag and drop. And let's get the other song. Shout out Water. That's what I like about it. Trifecta stepped out of their comfort zone. Haya and created something so unique. It's pronounced with the J. I've always pronounced it Pendulum. All right, sounds good to me then. So we got Make It Bundum. What is this? Is this a real song? Like, is this release? Is what I'm saying. That is a release song. I do know that Skrillex song. I don't know many Skrillex songs, but I know that one. Isn't this one like is it? Alright, I know enough Skrillex. Don't shoot me. So I'm guessing you want that one to be fast. That is my first thought, is just make this drum and bass. Actually, let's listen to this one. Holy long song, what the heck? 10-minute? You're giving me a 10-minute song? All right, so here's the game plan, all right? What did you say? G major, F minor? Is that harmonic? G major. No, it's not, but it's close. G major. So here's what we're going to do, all right? Hear me out. Firstly, 105. Secondly, F minor. And now we've got Nightcore. Nope, it's not Nightcore yet. 1 second. And Nightcore. I think the SoundCloud link plays the song twice for no reason. Wait, hold on. That's funny. I guess you're right. All right, let's cut that. Boop. There we go. 5 minutes? You're making me mash a 5-minute song? What? Did something happen with my audio? WTF, my ears. Is that me? Is my audio okay? Check, check. 1, 2. Everything looks fine on my end. Hopefully. Everything good? Is that you're? Wait, hold on. No, I don't hear anything wrong. All right, I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep on balling then.
make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
That's got me thinking about your answer earlier to my Riot question. Have you considered matching Riot's Machine LP as what you said earlier about the Machine being a VIP of Dogma Resistance? Not really. I don't know. I've kind of fallen out of interest with Riot. Like, I just feel like I'm not, like, their new music does not interest or motivate me to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll reconsider it. But for the time being, I'm not particularly interested in working with their music. That said, if somebody requested it, I would. But at the moment, like, on my own volition, not really. Also, Ethan Harvey, I skipped your mashup earlier because you weren't here. But I could revisit it later if you're still around. Alright, I'm gonna start the timer.
Blaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make it fun. Have fun. Skrillex like a Sunday.
Okay. Okay, this song's too long. How to shrink song. How to shrink song. I'm thinking if I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe if I do, actually I'm just gonna do this, cut this. I forgot to start the timer. Just crossfade like this. Nope, too much. Do this. No, this.
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. And we blaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. And we blaze the fire, make it fun them.
Hold on, I see what is wrong here.
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. And we blaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place.
Ah, I see my mistake. This song is not supposed to be that fast.
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun.
There we go. Now, okay, we figured it out. I could just do this then. There we go.
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. And we blaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex blaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
All right. We need to make side chaining. Okay. Okay, the problem is this song is in like triplets and the other one is not. So maybe what I can do is make unique. Oh, this isn't gonna work unless I just do. Let me think. I don't do that very often, but let me think. If I do this, 1, 2, 3, and then I do. Make unique, shrink, shrink. Okay, make unique, shrink. Alright, this is gonna be a little bit silly, but. Oh, I choked. Just a little bit. Okay, we're just going speedcore at this point. The smarter thing would have been for me to swing watercolors. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this unfortunately obnoxious. And then I'm also going to do this. Wow. And I'm going to cut this and do this. And I'm going to do this. I did too much. All right, we're just gonna see what happens. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna do one last thing. And let's hope that lines up. All right, I'm just gonna play this out and we're gonna see what happens. And I need a mashup title for Make It Bundum and Watercolor. What is it? Make it watercolor? Make it water? Make it color? Make watercolor. I'm just gonna press play.
Now greetings to the world. Vice of the one big gang still alongside Skrillex. Them for no. Oh wait. Ow. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun. Them we must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex ablaze the fire, make it fun. Them we must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
Yeah, so I think this was the bad ending. The good ending would have been I realized Make It Bundum was triplets, and then I swung watercolor. So maybe maybe that is something that future me will try. But Super Speed Core Make It Bundum was also a pretty funny thing to execute, so I'm not unhappy with the results here. This, guess it is what it is. Let me catch up on the chat here. Oop, like a VIP matchup, yo, good on my end. Riot fell off after Dogma Resistance, IMO. I really like the vocals of Redemption Arc, hello. Riot songs all sound very similar, IMO, except you don't even know me for some reason. They all have the same Sine FM sound. The Riot Drop sounds very similar in that song too. I feel like every song in their Good Vibrations album has an equal pair from the original Monster Cat album that it was like based off of. Like I feel like there's a song that sounds like Mob, right? Is it Mob? Was that what it's called? The Mob? Like there's a song that sounds like The Mob. There's a song that sounds like, well, Blackwater was essentially Overkill 2. So the fact that they made an Overkill 3, like it feels like they only have one speed, like one idea. The art direction of this album, the storyline of this album feels like a one-to-one of the Monster Cat one. Like it feels like they're trying to like just replicate success. It doesn't, there's nothing new in it. You could have dropped that 4 years ago and told me that was Dogma Resistance, you know what I'm saying? But nothing will surpass Jungle Fury for me. Let's see. Let's download this. So next mashup request is from, was it Michael Elder, I think? Yes, Michael Elder. Who is here? Wants me to mash up I'm Here by Puppet. I forgot to save this project. I will save it very shortly. And Beautiful Mystery by Owl City, which I will do that right now. All right, what are we titling this? Delete. Actually, Silva Hound. I'm just gonna keep those for now, I guess. Oh, I already downloaded that song. There we go. File, export, zip loop package. Make them color. That's a good one. I did not think of that one. I might just do that one. Let's see. I think Jungle Fear is the one that sounds different. True. I was here, but the chat was too slow. Oof. The game was rigged from the start. Fallout New Vegas. Make them color. I'd say Make It Water. The music video of Bundum is about a kid learning a rain dance from a Native American elder. Yo, that's cool lore. I don't remember that, so that's cool. Make It Water. I'm down for Make It Water. Goes IFW The Vision. Make the watercolor them. Carcosa has to be my fave since Dogma Resistance. The song I actually meant to write was If My Heart Was a House, as the link should show. All right. My favorite song off of the Riot. Off of the Riot LP was, I think it was the shortest one. Was it Hot? Was it High Altar? I'm gonna play it. No. Which one was it? Maybe it was Click Clack? Oh, Deadshot. I like Deadshot quite a bit. Oh, here, I can put this in the screen. Whoop. This is like the most not Riot sounding song. Like this is like actually interesting and it's a minute 34. My bad. All right, next song. Delete. All right, I'm going to try to pump through these last couple mashups and then I will be done for today. Let's see. E flat major. So apparently they're both E flat major, but one of them is a little faster than the other one. I'd like to make myself believe. Is that also E flat major? Because that would be funny if it is. I don't know what to expect for this combo. I feel like it's not going to work out that well just because of how like swung and or triplet influenced If My Heart Was a House is compared to I'm Here. Let me see if I can get the tempo. So you said it's 125. I'm thinking of slowing this down.
Looking down on the looking down, whatever I'm holding you, the summer string. Looking down on the world, the sun hung from a string.
Well, it's 3/4. I don't know about that.
Chills run down my spine as our fingers. If my risk it all, 'cause I'll catch you if you fall where.
All right, Michael Elder, let me negotiate with you here real quick, all right? Respectfully, I really do not want to mash this song because it is in 3/4. Can I mash it with Fireflies? That is my negotiation. You get I'm Here with Fireflies. I get easier mashup. Deal or no deal? Let me catch up on the chat super quick. Did I miss anything? Oh, the song That Can't Be Right. There wasn't a crazy ultrasound design snare. Is that because Fireflies is also in the same key? When I heard I'm Here, my first thought was Fireflies because I was thinking, yo, you know what other Owl City song sounds like this? Fireflies. Old like to moik myself believe. That is my negotiation to you. Because I want to honor your preference of Owl City, but I would like to make my life a little easier. Sure, fine. Okay, I appreciate it. I just want to, like I said, I need to end the stream soon-ish, and I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to get stuck making this mashup when I think it would need a little more time just to well, first off, I'd have to convert it. I'd have to mathematically convert it from 3/4 to 4/4. And I do not have the mental bandwidth at this time, unfortunately. Oh, I need to rename this file really quickly. Downloads. I'd like to make myself believe. What'd I do? Oh, there it is. All right, 4/4.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up.
I just had a moment to myself where I thought, damn, I can't believe I've never mashed Owl City, and then I just remembered I have mashed Owl City. Or not mashed Owl City, Fireflies. Except it's a very old mashup. Wholly aged.
Feeling the breeze. If you're ready to fly, yeah, I'll never let you go. Whoa, I would believe.
That's so bad. Alrighty, let's go back to the mashup at hand.
You would not believe your eyes.
You would not believe your eyes. You would not believe your eyes. I'm going to extract stems. That's not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. I didn't even realize how close in tempo they are. I think if I remove the drums, it's going to be like a match made in heaven with I'm Here, potentially. We're going to let that extract. 3/4 should be illegal anyways. Fun fact, there's exactly one bad note in Fireflies. Is that true? I think it's really funny whenever there's like a, well, I put in quotations glaring, because obviously like if it was glaring, they probably would have caught it. But I do find it funny when like a finished song has like a bad, obvious mistake like that. Compared to like sometimes when artists are just like, oh, I could have made something like a little louder, or like the snare could have had a better peak at 200 hertz, and it's just like, I don't know what you were talking about. But then when you just have like just a straight up wrong note like that, like I think that's funny. Somebody told me, if you guys remember Fowler, FWLR, Monster Cat artist, the what's it called? The sub bass in Suspicious, and one of the parts of the song is just straight up the wrong note, like it's out of key, but you don't notice it because it's pitched down so low that it's just bass. Like you don't hear that it's out of key. I think somebody took the sub bass, pitched it up like an octave, and then found out that it was the wrong key. So sometimes, you know, mistakes can just stay hidden, and that's pretty funny. What was the Mami Dofu song from the suggestion earlier? I don't think I've actually heard it before. It was a song. So it was the it's Psyche by it's Endless by Psyche, Mami Dofu remix, and you'll want to be particular with that because the original song features Mami Dofu. It's not a remix, but what they requested was a remix. So there's that. And if you want to type it out, it looks like this. Can I make this bigger? I can. That is what it looks like if you want to search for it. Oh, too small. What was the original font? Like here? Yeah, looks about right. All right, I need to drop.
'Cause I get mad, I like to make I'm here.
Okay, I should probably extract the stems from this as well. Remove the vocal. Let me catch up on the chat. Took him 5 years to realize. Ever since I've heard all of the edits of Fireflies, I can never unhear them. Man, that was a good era. That was a good era of YouTube. There are probably 2 more versions of Fireflies. He did his own remix and then an acoustic. Fair enough. I mean, it's a very popular song. May as well take advantage of the momentum. Let's see. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. With my timer. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do with this mashup aside from just making it as cohesive as possible. I'm gonna remove the vocals from I'm Here. I guess I'll remove the bass and drums from Fireflies. Call it a day. Don't gotta overcomplicate it. Pretty straightforward. Damn, I've barely done anything today and I'm tired. Almost 8 o'clock here. I got things to do. I've got sites I want to see. Usually I shower after my streams, but because I didn't go to work today, I showered before my stream. So I'm actually kind of fresh. I'm a little fresh. I feel clean. I'm going to have a good nap tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let me catch. Did I miss anything? Wait, actually now I'm also curious what it was supposed to be mashed up with. Haha, could you show me please? I will say thank you in return. Original song was, if I do this, yes. Beautiful Mystery by Owl City, which I've asked to not mash because it is in 3/4 and that requires effort. And I cannot invest that much effort. All right.
everything is never. 'Cause I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me a foxtrot above my head. You would not believe I like to make.
Okay, I'm just going to nuke all of that. Drag this.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they'd fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I like to make myself believe
Oh, I know what I'm psyching myself out here. I forgot the timer.
Leave my door open just a crack.
Please take me away from here.
Cause I feel like such an insomniac.
Please take me away from here.
Why do I tire of counting sheep?
Please take me away from here.
When I'm far too tired to fall asleep. To 10 million fireflies, I'm weird cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell. But I'll know where several are if my dreams get.
All right, just to save time, I think the mashup is done, but I'm gonna play it in full. But I'm just gonna stop the timer. I'm content with where this is. Let's trim this. We need a title for "I'm Here" and "Fireflies," which I guess should be "Fireflies Here" or "I Am Fireflies." Here we go.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Cause everything is never as it seems. Leave my door open just a crack.
Please take me away from here.
Cause I feel like such an insomniac.
Please take me away from here.
Why do I tire of counting sheep?
Please take me away from here.
When I'm far too tired to fall asleep. To 10 million fireflies, I'm weird cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell. But I'll know where several are if my dreams get real bizarre. Cause I saved a few and I keep them in a jar. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Cause everything is never as it seems. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Cause everything is never as it seems. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
Nice. That came out a lot better than I expected. Thank you, Michael Elder, for letting me swap out the songs. I'm gonna catch up on the chat super quick. Where was I? Also, I still need a mashup title for that. Pixel confirmed not stinky. Thank you. Thanks. Sorry, I'm just bad at paying attention. Internet's getting waterboarded. Fortunately, it seems like it's not a my internet problem. Unfortunately for you, I guess. Sorry, I was here earlier for that mashup requested. Next time then. Stream looks fine. I was really busy and got extremely distracted. You did it though. Kind of like what Benko said, I did skip it. I try to call out people when, like I try to call out your name when I'm going to do your mashup, but I do try to only do mashups for people that are present. If you're busy, it is what it is. You can request it next time. However, because the two songs are apparently in the same key and in the same tempo, I am willing to give you a 1 minute speedrun of that mashup before I move on. Before I do that, I will save this project. Let's see. I'm gonna just say I'm Fireflies. Damn, maybe next time, up to you, I suppose. I would have loved to hear it. W Mash LMAO. If the two songs are in the same key and the same tempo, then I should be able to just line them up, press play, and that'll be one drop. And that is what I will give you. But if you request it next stream and you're present, then I'm willing to try to put a little more effort into that. So what was it, 175? They were both D major, something like that. Let's see. Starting the 1 minute timer. Okay. My internet is dropping and it is back, and I'm sorry for that. Hopefully it was not too long. All right, this is your 1 minute speedrun mashup of Endless by Endless by Psyche feature, Mama Udofu remix, and Thermofunk by Hyper Potions and T-Pazolite. Here we go.
しぼんだ心に抱えたすべてを投げ出した夜は淡い夢になる嘘と誠の狭間でも地のないこの場所
This is not lining up. Why is this not lining up? Hold on. I will fix this. Hold on. Oh, I see what the problem is. Delete this, do this, do this. Do this, do this, do this. All right, here we go.
しぼんだ心に抱えたすべてを投げ出した夜は淡い夢になる嘘と誠の狭間でも地のないこの場所過ぎてく時間はそうね
More like 2 minute speedrun, but 2 minute speedrun nevertheless. File, export, zip through package. I'm willing to do that mashup again though if you re-request it. Or if that's good enough for you, then you're free to request something else. I'm just gonna call this Endless Thermofunk, I suppose, and call it a day there. Delete. All right, last mashup of the stream, most likely, is from Sondix. Yes, wants you to mash up Evil Game Boy by Virtual Riot and Hipster Cutthroat by .exe. F sharp major is, what is that, D sharp? So these should be harmonic, I guess. 110 and 112. I have no thoughts as to how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to start a timer and just try it out. Let me catch up on the chat super quick before I do that. Gotta go. Have a good rest of the stream. See you later, Blinky semicolon 3. Do you actually have anything with these? Do you actually do anything with these later, or why do you save them? It's in case I want to do something with them later, and I would like to, but at the moment, to be completely honest, I've done nothing with them aside from just backing them up, basically. But I've backed up every mashup since I started regularly streaming again last year. So I've got a lot of saved mashups that I guess I could pull up at any point. I would like to start using them soon, and at the very least as shorts content, and then maybe have like a viewer requested mashup pack or something like that. We'll see. No promises. I've been saying that for about a year at this point. But at least I have the option to do that. Thanks, I'll be here next time. May I ask what your PFP is? Is you a mouth of a monster drooling? But I'm thinking of changing it though because I don't like it as much. Clock. There it is. Do this. I want that before you were born, which would be like here. Oh, it slows down. All right, I'm just gonna duplicate the first drop, I guess, because quantizing takes time, and time is something I do not have much of. Oh, whoops! I did not have to do that.
Like that, don't you?
I'll take it. I'm pretty happy with that. I've got a little bit of extra time left. With that extra time, I'm just going to declick. No clicks. Clicks are bad. And time. I'm pretty content with this. I think it's pretty fun. And if I had more time, I would have liked to have like slowed down Hipster Cutthroat so that I could actually use the second drop from Evil Game Boy. But I think this worked pretty well. I had a lot of faith that you gave me the right keys, and I don't know if you gave me the right keys. But if they are harmonic, removing the bass essentially made it so that even if they were not in key, that it was in key enough. It worked. It was not atonal, just not that dependent. So I'll take it. This was good. I like this combo. This is pretty neat. Here we go. We need a combo for Hipster Cutthroat and Evil Game Boy. So Evil Hipster, Evil Cutthroat Game Boy. That's actually kind of hard. Anyways, here we go.
See, my eyebrows are even black. And my aunt put it on makeup. Yeah, it's not really dyed, the eyebrows are. Yeah, like these. I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, alright? You like that, don't you?
That was cool. I consider like this is probably the lowest effort to like biggest payoff mashup that I have had in a while. What is it? I spent like 3 minutes on this and we have a full 3-minute mashup basically. I mean, there's definitely room for like more experimentation, but this came out really well. This is a good combo. I appreciate it, Sondix. I'm going to clean up this project, delete. All right, Evil Game Boy and Hipster Cutthroat. Let me catch up on the chat, but I think there was an agreement that I saw. Let's see. Beatport and TuneBat agreed on the keys, so I'm fairly positive they're correct. Cutthroat Game Boy wins. Cat Jam 1 followed by a lot of zeros. It goes even harder than I anticipated. All right, Cutthroat Game Boy. It is file export zip loop package. Cutthroat Game Boy. Enter. The last Rainbow Road mashup was close to this. When was the last Rainbow Road mashup? Or was that like a previous stream? Because I think you are probably right. And there we go. We're done. Neato. All right. Cutboy Game Throat. At the end of my streams, once I'm done everything, I like to give people a sneaky peeky. Unfortunately, I don't have a sneaky peeky. There's a spider in the top corner. That's not good. I'll have to deal with that later. I don't have any sneaky peekies to share with y'all, but I will go a little more in depth into the question that was asked earlier about why do I save the mashup? Like, what do I use them for? This is a little bit of self-promo, but if you guys did not know, I've been posting short-form content, which looks like this. Eventually, what I would like to do is essentially these live streams kind of become a self-fulfilling machine, which is basically just you guys. So I don't know if you guys watch these shorts. I know Paladir, I'm pretty sure, joined the stream today because of the YouTube shorts, but they've been following for a lot longer. Volume warning. I'm going to click on this. So, big thing to note. It says mashing your combos number 32. The secret is I've uploaded 32 YouTube shorts and none of them were your combos. They were all my own combos. But the reason was just because I have a lot of my own mashups that were already finished, and I might as well make shorts out of it, re-promote my older stuff. And I also just wanted to get like a bank of just shorts that I could upload over the next couple of weeks. And I've got a little bit of a streak going so far. I think it's pretty all right. If you don't like YouTube Shorts, I've been uploading them on Instagram, and I've been uploading them on TikTok. TikTok at TheOnlyFix19, Instagram. I made a completely different Instagram with a completely different username, so no one I think actually knows about the Instagram. But basically, I've just been trying to I've been trying to get into the shorts game. I know I'm 6 years late at this point, but better late than never. But it's been a lot easier to just be like, look at all of these mashups that people requested. You should join my live stream. But they're all my mashups. Listen, if I'm requesting myself to make something, is it a request? I think so. But eventually I would like to use stream mashups, at least the better ones or the best ones, and make short form content out of it. And then people will... The big thing that I've started doing recently is, if I skip ahead, I have... There it is, YouTube stream Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. So now you guys can hold me accountable, 6 p.m. Eastern. I know I usually start the stream a little earlier, but people will now know. And the shorts have been doing pretty all right. I'm pretty happy with how they've been doing. I've been getting about 1 to 1.5 thousand views per short, so I'll take it. Sometimes they flop, but it is what it is. I'm still learning how the shorts algorithm works. But so that's a big reason why I've saved a lot of the shorts. Let me catch up on the chat. Sneak peek, Duel goes to bed. True. I went through them pretty recently. Lying is the new meta. That is true. Lying is always the meta. I respect the grind. What's the plan for when these streams get more popular? How will you fit requests? So, the years ago, I want to say like 2018, 2019, the streams actually used to be more popular. So, and basically the way that I did it today, when I did like 5 minutes per mashup, is basically what I used to do. Is I would go through them a lot quicker. And I would, because like nowadays, when I do these mashups, I try to actually make a finished product. Whereas back then, I was also kind of worse at making mashups, I'm not going to lie. But the idea was just, does the combo work? If it doesn't work, I would just instantly give up, next person. And I think back then, I would do like 5-hour streams and I'd get like 30 requests. So I would probably just eventually have to return to that. Or I'd have to look into stuff like, you know, submitting to a pool, maybe doing a what do you call it, like a spin the wheel, whoever it lands on, we'll do that mashup. It's going to have to be one of those. That's assuming if we get there. At the moment, I don't foresee myself getting there, but we'll see. Or maybe I'll just have to like, I don't know. We'll see. But I've kind of liked that it's not like it was back then. Try the raffle system again? Yeah, I have to look into like actual already existing systems that people have coded and made instead of just trying whatever I did, which was like a literal RNG number thing and didn't work because people kept on landing on numbers that I already rolled. But that is kind of the extrapolation. But until we get there, at the moment, I'm just having a good time. I'm enjoying the shorts grind. I'm uploading a short every day, and almost all of them is just pre-existing content. There are a couple of mashups here that you guys might not have heard of. Like there's this one. It's not interesting, I know, just like kind of boring tech house, but there are a couple mashups in here that I've used as shorts content that I've never posted anywhere else. I guess there's this one. This one I ripped from a set. If you go back far enough, you'll see how I've improved on the mashups. Here's another scrapped mashup. But yeah, at the moment, I am not notifying my subscribers whenever I upload a short. If I did, I think people would hate me for it. So you're never going to get notified when I upload a new short, but usually it's about noon Eastern Standard Time. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Average percentage viewed. I don't know if you can read that actually. Hold on. If I go full cam maybe. 110%. Hold on. I'm so bad at this. Hold on. Hold on. Look at that. 110% average percent viewed. Gaming. So we're getting there. I'm slowly figuring out how YouTube Shorts work. Unfortunately, 110% is not viral. You got to get like 200%, and I don't think I can hit 200%. I think, so at this point, it's just going to be a numbers game, you know? Eventually, if you upload 100 mashups, 100 YouTube Shorts, one of them's got to go viral. Which one? We'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. That is I guess where the live stream stuff will go. If you guys watched my recent video, Undertale mashups that will fill you with determination, there's like 8 mashups in that one video. I am going to, well, first of all, I'm going to eventually, like soon, upload all 8 mashups as their own SoundCloud uploads. I don't know if I'm going to upload them as their own YouTube uploads, but then I'm also going to upload each one as a YouTube short as well. So I'm trying to repurpose a lot more content. And at least right now, I'm still going back and uploading some really old stuff. Like I uploaded this Epic Flesh and Blood EP mashup, and I made that like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. But that's also why like all of these project files, I saved them. So, you know, one day I'd need them. So we'll see. I don't got that much left in my archives, but slowly but surely. Oh, I got a couple of these mashups actually. They're all SoundCloud exclusive. Oh, this one's another scrapped mashup. Listen, you're not getting quality garbage ideas anywhere else like there. But yeah, that's that. Let me catch up on the chat, and then I'm going to end the stream. I was there, try the raffle system again. Damn, you really got into the shorts game. I'm trying. I am trying. Listen, I have one life goal. I have one dream. Ever since I was a kid, hit 100,000 subscribers. And I am back. I'm trying once again. I want that silver plaque so bad, like genuinely. And maybe this will work. And if it doesn't, then at least I can say I tried, you know? I avoided the shorts game for a while. Shorts ended up winning it. So now I gotta, you know, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Election results, Duality now president with 110% of the votes. Which one? Who knows? All of them. All right. That's it for me. Thanks for joining my stream. I'll be back next Thursday. Will I? Yeah, I'll be back next Thursday, I think. I'm not anticipating anything else. I need a new camera. Holy moly, why is it overexposing me? I'm not this bright. forehead. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Join the Discord or don't, whatever you guys want. Bye-bye.